Hey everybody, this is Jim Lillibridge, one of the pastors here at the Urbana United Methodist Church. Hey, it's Monday morning, time for Motivation Monday. And yes, today is the Monday after Easter. So I hope you had an awesome Easter celebration. You got to spend time with family and friends in some way, keeping your safe distancing along the way. And I hope you got to watch our online service, or if not us, I hope you got to watch an Easter service online somewhere. But again, Christ is risen. Christ is risen indeed. And so, again, as we continue this theme of hope and encouragement, I want to just share one verse with you today. And that's from the Psalms, from Psalm 42, verse 5. And it goes like this. This one verse says, "Why are you cast down, O my soul? And why are you disquieted within me? Hope in God, for I shall yet praise him for the help of his countenance." Now, there's some pretty cool things about this one little verse. First, the phrase cast down means to despair and sink down. Now, have you ever noticed that when we're really rejected or down in the dumps, our body language lowers? I mean, we sink down, we hold our heads down, and we even droop our shoulders when we're overwhelmed with despair. So the psalmist says, why are we so dejected and why so disquieted? Now, the word disquieted actually means to groan loudly or to moan. It's like when something happens to us that we just, oh my, that's awful. We just say, oh, I can't believe it. Well, that's being disquieted. And then the psalmist reminds us that when we're in great despair and bent over from the burden of all that's going on, the remedy to overcome is to hope in God. And hope in Hebrew means to wait patiently in the assurance that God's got this and will lead us through. And the assurance we have in the hope of God is in the help of his countenance. Now, the word help here means victory, bringing us to victory, and countenance means a face-to-face encounter. In other words, because God is with us face to face, we will be preserved, protected. We will be led to victory. God will take us through the storm, the challenge, whatever it is. I mean, and this is very much an Easter verse, because the joy of Easter is that Jesus lives. The tomb is empty. And as Paul reminds us, we have Christ in us, the hope of glory. So we have the very presence and power of the living God within us and right there by us. So in the midst of despair, in the midst of being disquieted, let us remember that we have victory in Jesus. He will lead us through because he's right there with us face to face. So in the midst of this coronavirus pandemic, let's remember we have hope because we're not trusting in our own abilities or our own strength, rather the firm foundation that God's got this and God's got us. And with him, we are able to do immeasurably more than all we ever ask or imagine. So I share that with you to grab a hold of this week. Hope you have an awesome week in the midst of the stay-at-home order. For our essential workers, praying for you, praying for your safety. Hope all is well. And let's just remember to keep those 6-foot distances. Let's make sure we're being social distantly, or whatever the word might be, so that we can ensure not only our safety, but the safety of others. God bless you. I hope you'll tune in this coming Sunday. We start a new series called #Hope4Urbana. We're going to talk about how God can use you and me to instill hope and happiness in the lives of others. So I hope you'll tune in this coming Sunday, 10:30. God bless you. Have a great week.